This is Cronkite News.
Good afternoon and welcome to this Cronkite News Update. I'm Imelda Mejia. Thanks for joining us. Arizona Border Patrol officials say the towers will allow them to see. After graduating high school, Christian Arcega went on to ASU to become an electrical engineer, but his dream was cut short. Using only state and federal RICO funds, the Sierra Vista Police Department was able to obtain this Bearcat. El presidente Barack Obama estuvo aquí en el Centro Médico de Veteranos.
Cronkite News reporter Imelda Mejia spoke with Border Patrol officials and joins us live in the broadcast center.
Yes, the towers have a day camera, a night camera, a radar, and a laser pointer to help Border Patrol officials identify anyone smuggling drugs or undocumented immigrants north of the border. I traveled down to the border to see the towers in action near Nogales and the possible impact on Arizona's southern communities. The integrated fixed tower system is a network of 7 towers with cameras going up around Santa Cruz County. But residents near the border are concerned about possible abuse of the technology in the towers.
I just hope that they don't, cross that line from our private lives, and when I say hope, I mean I certainly demand that.
A tower already stands a few miles off the I-19. However, most are concerned about the one under construction near the I-19 checkpoint because of its closeness to homes. But Border Patrol says that particular tower is the most important.
And when we have a checkpoint, it's always good if we can find some way to watch from a high point around the checkpoint to see who's going around it.
Lawson says residents shouldn't worry about invasion of privacy.
And we're looking for what's coming up from the outskirts. We have no interest in what's going on within the community.
Arizona Border Patrol officials say the towers will allow them to see a larger area instead of being concentrated to a tiny little area they would be seeing if they were on foot, by vehicle, or by helicopter. With the GPS in the towers, agents will know the exact spot of smuggling activity.
The advantage of these towers is that the signals from each one of them is being sent to the Nogales Border Patrol station so that one agent can look at the outputs of several towers at the same time.
However, the towers are not expected to be effective for long.
Ultimately, what will probably happen is we'll have a lot of success with these cameras and radar systems until our adversary figures out exactly what they have to do to work around them, and then it's always a game of cat and mouse.
Border Patrol said it will be ready with a plan B when that time comes. The towers will be tested to make sure they are working properly before more than the proposed 7 are built. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol officials say they hope to have all the towers up by the end of 2016. But they acknowledge that time frame is an aggressive schedule and plans could change depending on how testing goes. Live in the broadcast center, Imelda Mejia, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News reporter Imelda Mejia joins us with an inside look at a presentation to legal leaders today.
Just days before the Super Bowl, attorneys and prosecutors from Arizona gathered to learn about human trafficking and hear the story of one woman who says she endured what no child ever should.
Phoenix, Arizona. This is where I was trafficked at.
Carolyn Jones is making an appeal to the legal community.
This is where all of my hurt, my pain, and my shame went on in the streets of Phoenix.
She told her story as part of a seminar put together by the State Bar of Arizona. Its mission to address and explore the issue of human trafficking affecting our own community.
I mean, there's a lot of debate as to, whether the Super Bowl is the #1 human trafficking event in the country. So it makes sense to talk about it this week. And not the least of which is not inconceivable that some of the prosecutors who could be coming to this event today may be prosecuting these cases in the weeks to come.
The human trafficking seminar was put on for those in the legal profession, but it spoke to them as ordinary citizens.
My focus for doing this was primarily to understand the issue more. I thought that was pretty interesting, and so I thought I would come in to see more about it and learn more about the statistics.
According to the Trafficking Resource Center, the amount of victims quadrupled to 20,650 between 2008 and 2012. Attendees linked those numbers to past Super Bowl cases and learned the common indicators of human trafficking. But perhaps the biggest takeaway was Carolyn's story.
I didn't want to grow up and be a prostitute, a drug addict. I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to make people better. I wanted to be a real nurse. You know what? I am a nurse, but I'm a different type of nurse. I am a nurse. I get to work with young girls.
Carolyn continues on her mission to help young girls who have been trafficked by sitting on the Governor's Council for Human Trafficking and Streetlight USA. Live in the Broadcast Center, Imelda Mejia, Cronkite News.
Estas son las caras de hijos, hijas, madres y esposos. Son personas que han sido asesinadas por agentes de la patrulla fronteriza.
Yo duré un año para que me dieran el nombre del asesino de mi hijo y yo le llamo asesino porque es lo que es, un asesino.
Guadalupe es parte de la red de víctimas de la patrulla fronteriza. La red se unió con varios grupos de víctimas de otros estados al lado de la frontera para pedir ayuda a la comunidad en su lucha para responsabilizar las acciones de agentes fronterizos.
Primeramente queremos que el público conozca la verdad. Ya no queremos que la agencia más larga en los Estados Unidos, esconden detrás de mentiras.
En el caso de Shayna Gutiérrez, su esposo José quedó en coma después de que agentes usaron un bastón eléctrico, cuando según los agentes, José se puso violento.
Le quitaron 5 pedazos del cráneo.
Los agentes dijeron que lo que le había pasado a José fue un accidente al caer en una piedra. Shayna no los cree.
Lo que estamos pidiendo es justicia y accountability de los agentes.
Al pesar que han pasado años desde el maltrato hecho por los agentes de Border Patrol, los afectados aún siguen aclamando justicia.
Los gritos demandando justicia se escucharon por las calles de Tucson. Varios miembros de la comunidad apoyaron a las familias, pero algunos gritaron en contra. Algo que a Guadalupe no le importa.
Muchos me dicen loca, pero no me importa. Está loca, sigue.
That's all for this Cronkite News Update. I'm Imelda Mejia.